Okay, good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Good morning, online. Good morning. Okay, so hope everyone are doing good. What did we discuss in our last class? Yes. So did you completed the project? Yes or no? Not yet. Yes, few no. How about you online? Did you notice I uploaded OVA file into the Google Classroom? So you can just take that OVA file and put it in S3 and do all the procedures instead of creating VirtualBox. Did you try installing Oracle VirtualBox and all? Huh? Did you try it and then created a virtual machine and all? Okay. Please complete that project. It's really important. But at least the second wala also done, right? Migration point of view. Nice. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, complete it, Manoj. So that was about the application migration and the server migration. Today, let's go with the next important topic and easy topic, which is Route 53. What is that? So since day one, we were learning that we created load balancer, we created Elastic Beanstalk, we created S3 website hosting, and every time that we access it, we used to access a nasty URL. We used to access what? Nasty URL. So if you want to do that makeup for that nasty URL, so what we need, which service we need? Route 53. So why we call it as 53 here? DNS port number. So what is 53 here? DNS port number is 53. That's why we call it as Route 53. And why we call it as route here? So this Route 53 is all about routings. Route 50 is all about what? Routings. Routing meaning we will get the nasty URL, right? So if you want to map it to the nice URL and from nice URL to nasty URL, or that routing will be done by this Route 53. Let's say you got a load balancer nasty URL, right? But I told you yesterday also, if you want to do the makeup, first what we need to purchase? Domain. We need to purchase what? Domain. Yes, should be fine, Manoj. So you need to purchase the domain. So whatever the domain that you have, based on that, you can access it. Yeah. Online, can you hear me? Okay. Nice. Okay. So in Route 53, can we call Route 53 as a DNS service? Yes or no? If someone asks you what is Route 53, what you should say? It's a DNS service. It's a DNS service in AWS. Okay. And also, okay, let's move on to this. And also, if you remember in the starting days, 2-3 months back, we learned the basics about the DNS. What's the full form of DNS? Domain name server. Domain name server. What the domain name server will do? It keep tracks of all host names and then IP address. Remember those? Starting golden days, few months back. And then if you remember, when we open the browser, you type google.com. First, the request will go to where? Local DNS. Which one? Local DNS. From local DNS, the request will go to? No. I'm talking about the DNS topic. So, request will go to the first in your laptop local DNS. From local DNS, the request will go to RNS. What is RNS? root name server. From RNS, the request will go to top level domain. Which one? Top level domain. From top level domain, the request will go to name server. Which one? You forgot, huh? Okay, again I'm asking, tell me. So browser require two things. What are those? IP address and then host name. Browser require two things. What are those? IP address and then host name. So we will be providing the host name. Is it possible to provide the IP address? No. Who will remember that IP address? DNS. DNS will remember the IP address. And then what is the job of the DNS? It keeps tracks of all host name and then IP address, or it will convert IP address to host name to IP address. Remember? Okay. So as you don't provide the IP address, so browser will talk to whom first? Local DNS. From the local DNS, request will go to RNS. RNS to top level domain. Top level domain to name server. Name server to SOA. Which one? SOA, start of authority. So who has the IP address? SOA has the IP address. This I told you on that day, this name server and SOA, we will be handling it, right? So do you remember the name server? Name server is the guy who will be shouting and calling that, hey, if you want to go to google.com, please come, I'll take it to you, right? Remember? Remember? Forgot, huh? Basics? Sir, 2-3 months back, huh? Yeah. So name servers, let's say .com is a big top level domain, right? .com is a big top level domain. In that top level domain, we have millions of websites. We have what? Millions of websites. Out of that millions of websites, we need google.com. So who is the guy inside that .com who will take your request to Google? Name server. Which are those? Name server. Which are those? Name servers. So name servers are the one who will take your request and take it to Google, actually domain. Okay. So, yeah. In S3, what do we create? Buckets. In EC2 service, what we launch? EC2 instances. In CloudFront, what do we create? Distribution. Which one? Distribution. So like this, in RDS, we create the database. Like this, similarly, in Route 53, we need to create something called hosted zone. Say that. Say that again. Hosted zone. Say that. Hosted zone. So if you remember, Route 53 is all about records. I told you in basics. Route 53 is all about what? Records. What is a bucket? Container of objects. And what is hosted zone? Container of records. Simple as that. Container of what? Records. So in Route 53, if you go to Route 53, the first thing that what you need to create is what? Hosted zone. What does the hosted zone contains? Records. That mappings, record is nothing but that mapping we do, no? From nice URL to nasty URL, that mapping we call it as what? Record. Okay. So this hosted, and by the way, Route 53 is global or regional? Route 53 is global. Route 53 is global. So what if you go to Route 53, the first thing that what we need to create is a hosted zone. There are two types of hosted zone. How many types of hosted zone? Two types. Number one, public hosted zone. Say that. Second one is, you know, right? Private hosted zone. Public hosted zone, private hosted zone. So public hosted zone meaning if you want your website to be working throughout the internet, in the outside internet, then you go for which hosted zone? Public. And if you want your website to work within the VPC internally, then go for private hosted zone. Which one will go for, public or private? We'll go for public hosted zone. Yeah. See now, whenever you create a hosted zone, so-called public hosted zone, automatically 2 records will get created. How many records will get created automatically? 2 records. We call it as NS record, SOA record. Say that. Say that. NS record and then SOA record. NS record meaning Do you remember NS record meaning what we were discussed till now is name server. That name server we call it as what here? NS record. And the other one is what? SOA. So what are the two default records that AWS will create for us? Say that louder. NS record and then SOA record. One more time. NS record and then SOA record. So there will be an interview question like this or certification question. What are the two default records in Route 53? NS record and SOA records. NS record meaning, I told you name servers, right? In .com, it's a big .com. Inside that, if you want to have your, let's say, if you want to go to boom.com, your request will go and stand in front of the big .com and get confused. Array, such a big .com, where should I find my boom.com? So then who will come and take? Name server. What are these? Name servers. No, I'm not writing anything. Okay. So name servers. So, okay, I'm telling you again. So once the request, okay, you type boom.com. So boom.com, when you type, it will go to the local DNS. From local DNS, it will go to root name server to top level domain. What is the top level domain that you are using here? .com. So your request will go and do the sudden break in front of the .com. Because .com is very big and you have millions of websites inside it. Out of those millions of websites, your request is just waiting and searching where is the just imagine you have a group of ants. All are similar, looking like similar or not? And if you want to find out your favorite ant, is it possible? No, right? Until someone from that ant come to you and say that I'll take you to that ant. Yes or no? Similarly, here also in that .com, one person will come to the request. Who is that guy? Name servers. Name servers will come to that request and say that, hey, name server, I know what you are looking. So let me take you to that person. Mediator. So these name servers in AWS are 4 servers. How many servers? Name servers are pool of servers. What is that? Pool. Pool meaning group of servers. How many are there? These 4 servers will act as a mediator in the .com. That is called NS record. What are those called? If you delete NS record, your website will work. If you delete SOA, your website will work. No. That's why these two I call it as default records. What are those default records? NS record and then SOA record. Okay, whenever you type boom.com, first the request will go to which service in AWS? Route 53. So in Route 53, what do we create? Hosted zone. What do we create? Hosted zone. What does the hosted zone contain? Records. Record is nothing but mapping or not? Okay. Now it came to the record. You gave a record like boom.com pointing to ELB nasty URL. So from the record, it will come to the record. From the record, it will go to where? Load balancer. Yes or no? It will go to the load balancer. From load balancer, it will go to EC2. Understood? Again, I'm telling the flow. From user boom.com, he type. And the request will go to Route 53. Route 53 to hosted zone. Hosted zone to record. Record to load balancer. Load balancer to EC2. It can be load balancer also. It can be S3 also. It can be any nasty URL there. Got it? By the way, did anyone purchase domain? Oh. Sir, don't ask these things. We are very serious. Okay. So, fine. If you have purchased the domain that we can do the practice, that's fine. So, guys, there are 2 methods to purchase the domains. One is you can purchase the domain in Route 53 itself, or else you can purchase a domain in other, like a GoDaddy, Kamami, only GoDaddy, Hostigator, right? And then there are so many third-party website registrars are available where you can go and purchase it. And should I tell you one more thing? If you don't want to put the money, there are few register which is giving for free also. So go for, you know what happened? There was one batch previously, batch size is about 200. Your batch is how much size? 170. That was 200. And I said, they also said, sir, I asked this question. How many of you willing to purchase the domain in route53.com, which you need to spend 1,000 rupees? Same response. Very good response. No one responded. Then I said, okay, there is a website called Freenom. Say that. Go there and you go and register the domain for free, I said. Everyone started going there and a Freenom website itself shut down. I don't know whether they are providing the Freenoms or not, a website. So I'm just curious to see. Let's see. Freenom domain. Okay. Okay. Find a free domain. Or I say. Okay. 9 a.m. DNA.com. DNA.com. Check availability. So basically, what it shows? Available. Huh? Where is yes, sir? I read this already. The free things will be like this only, no? Okay, so what do you do? Just try to sign in, and then if it is possible, try to register one domain, okay? Which is free for you, okay? It's loading. Register a new domain. Well, let's not waste time. That's how it looks like. Freenom, a name for everyone. Okay, nice, no? Name for everyone. Okay, it is dying. That's fine. So you try to register a new domain. If it is free, try to register it. Otherwise, no. Okay. So, but you will not get nice names like .com. No, it will like .tk, .pk, .uk. No, UK is very big, right? So, so those are all things that you will get. .tip, .something. You can go and purchase. Doesn't matter, no, whichever the domain it is. Okay, fine. So there are two ways to purchase the domain, either in Route 53 or outside. But in real time, which one is better? Route 53. Because, okay, now let's say this guy wants to come to me. What he can do? He directly come to me or not? Directly I'm there. So instead of that, what he's doing is, this guy is going to this guy, and then he's coming from here to me. That millisecond time waste is there or not? Similarly, in real time also, if you have the domain purchase outside, let's say in GoDaddy, all the requests from the clients will go to the GoDaddy first. And then from GoDaddy, it will come to the Route 53. Now the question is, sir, if I purchase the domain in GoDaddy, how the request will come to the Route 53? What you need to do is simply, if you purchase the domain in GoDaddy, our Route 53 NS servers are there. How many servers are there? Name servers. 4. Those 4 server details, you need to mention it in the GoDaddy. If you mention that in GoDaddy, whenever someone hit boom.com, as the domain is purchased in GoDaddy, it will come to the GoDaddy first. And there, as the records are Route 53's record, then it will go to the Route 53. This will take time or not? So in real time, millisecond latency is also a problem. For that reason, it's always better. So if you have infrastructure in AWS, it's always better to have your domain also in AWS. Got it? Okay. So whatever we have discussed, it's here. See with me. So browser require 2 things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. So the request will go to first where? Local DNS. Next, root name server. Next, top level. Do we need to worry about all these things? No. What the next request will go to? Name server and then SOA. So NS and SOA records are created where? In Route 53. So in Route 53, what do we create? Hosted zone. And by the way, guys, whenever creating a hosted zone, you need to give the name of the hosted zone or not. The name of the hosted zone should be the same name of your domain name. For example, what is your domain name? Boom.com. So your hosted zone name should be also boom.com. Okay. So hosted zone name is boom.com. I told you there are two types of hosted zones. What are those? Public hosted zone, private hosted zone. So public hosted zone works on internet and private hosted zone works on VPC. From hosted zone, the request will go to records. What is the sample record I have created here? Boom.com is pointing to where? ELB NAST URL. It can be ELB NAST URL. It can be S3 NAST URL. It can be CloudFront NAST URL. It can be Beanstalk NAST URL. It can be any NAST URL. So basically this mapping, we call it as what? Record. So the request will come to the record boom.com. So where should I go? Load balancer. So the request will go to where? Load balancer. From load balancer, it will go to what? EC2. So what is it? Boom.com. It goes to Route 53. Route 53 to hosted zone to records to ELB and ELB to EC2. Understood the flow? Route 53 is global or regional? And DNS is all about records. What is hosted zone? Container of records. And hosted zone name should be the same as your domain name. So what are the two default records that get created? NS record and SYA. NS record meaning what? Pool of servers. How many servers? 4 servers. And SYA is the admin for your entire hosted zone. So what are the two records will get created automatically when you create a hosted zone? SYA, NS and SYA. So those two are called default records. What are those two called? So purchasing the domain. You can purchase the domain. Guys, you can purchase the domain in two ways, I said. What are the two ways that you can purchase the domain? One is in Route 53, another one is in GoDaddy. Guys, here, if you have purchased the domain in Route 53, you no need to create the hosted zone manually. As you purchase in Route 53, hosted zone will be created automatically. What is the hosted zone name of the domain? Same name as the domain name or not? If you purchase the domain in Route 53, automatically hosted zone will get created. When the hosted zone got created, automatically what records will get created? NS and SY records will get created. But if you have purchased the domain in GoDaddy or some other third party, hosted zone will get created automatically. Yeah? In our Route 53, we need to manually create it. If you manually create also, what are the two records will get created automatically? NS and SY. NS, SY records will be created automatically because these two records are managed by AWS. Understood? If you purchase a domain in GoDaddy, what we need to update in GoDaddy? What are those called? NS records. What are those called? NS records need to be updated in the GoDaddy. Then only if someone hit boom.com, it will come to the GoDaddy. As you have updated Route 53 NS records here in GoDaddy, the request will be redirected to where? Route 53. Clear? Everyone clear? Online, is this clear till here, please? Nice. Okay. So Route 53 is all about records. I said Route 53 is all about. So let's talk a little bit few records about Route 53. There are so many records are there, but important records we'll learn. So, but here there are Route 53 main features. What are the first main feature of Route 53 is domain registration. In Route 53, what we can do? Domain registration we can do. Second one is we can do routing. NAST URL to NICE URL, routings we do. Next one, health checks we do. What is that? I'll talk about health checks. And next important thing here is routing policies. Say that. We can check, we can do the routing policies also. What is routing policy? We will learn. In Route 53 is all about one important thing. Which one is that? Routing policies only. What are those called? Routing policies. Say that one more time. routing policies. Okay. Should we go and learn about the records? Okay. Route 53 records. What are that? Route 53 records. So what's the first record what we have here is a record. Say that. Or a record. You call it as a na, a na. Yeah. Ana. A na, ana. Huh? A or a? Okay. If you are saying a record, then what is this record called? A record. Huh? Okay. So don't call it as a record. Call it as double A record. What is that? So the first one is a record. Second one is double A record. Next one, CNAME, alias, MX, PTR, SOA, NX, like this, TXT, like this. So many records are available in our Route 53. So out of that, let's concentrate mainly on few records here. Number one is what here? A record. Say that. The A record combination is URL to IPv4. Say that. Remember this. URL to IPv4. URL meaning here our website, boom.com is the URL. And you are mapping it to whom? IP address. Mapping it to what? We have EC2 instance, right? EC2 instance has the IP address or not? Now tell me, is it good to map it to the load balancer or is it good to map it to the IP address? Is it good to map to the load balancer or is it good to map to the IP address? Huh? Now you change it. Logically tell me, what is this? I mean, load balancer. Huh? And what do you have? EC2 instances. User is there, that guy. You will talk to EC2 instance or load balancer. Then why you are telling EC2 instance? Acha, you are saying IP address. Acha, okay. I'm saying in general. Okay, so you are correct. So I'm not disappointed. Yeah. So basically, whenever you type boom.com, first it will go with the load balancer. What you said is correct. Okay. So if the load balance is not there, then it will go to what? EC2. So yeah, a record meaning it is directly going to the EC2. Directly going to the EC2. But it is recommended. Which one will go? It's good to put EC2 IP address. It's good to put load balancer. Load balancer. So if you want URL to map to the IP address, then which record we go for? A record. Let's say, for example, what is the website name here? We have, for example, jaya.com. Some name I took. So, and then the request will go to where first? Route 53. Route 53 to hosted zone. What is the name of the hosted zone? Name of the hosted zone name is should be same as the domain name or not? Jaya.com. And the request to go to records. And Jaya.com is pointing to where? EC2 IP address. This is Jaya.com is URL, this is IP. So if you are giving URL to IPv4, then we call it as what? A record. What do we call as that? Understood? And if you are sending it to the load balancer, then we call it as CNAME record. CNAME meaning canonical name. Say that. Canonical meaning what? Same. Canonical meaning same. JR.com and accessing my load balancer. Both are same or different? Both are same, right? Only the names are different. But my application will be the same or not? Okay. That is, CNAME is URL to URL. Which one? If you want to go for URL to URL, then go for CNAME. If you want to go for URL to IP address, then go for a record. If you want to go for both, if you want URL to go to either EC2 IP address or ELB DNS URL, that meaning any resource, what is that? Then go for alias. Say that. Generally, you heard about alias, right? What is alias? Another name. So another name. So in TVs, you might have heard in the news and all, right? This guy name alias this guy. alias Balu, Upal Balu. Okay. So, so alias meaning same only, same name, the another name. So here also same thing, Nana. So jr.com, you can either use IP address or either use, you can what? ELB, any resource. Okay, out of this, which one is the most commonly used record? Generally CNAME. Generally what? CNAME, as per our discussion. But the problem with the CNAME here is, okay, CNAME and then alias, both look similar things or not? But I'll tell you one reason, then you can tell the correct answer. CNAME is billable, alias is free. Now you tell me which one is used. Correct. Alias. Alias is free for you. And which is the combination? The combination will be always alias plus a record. This is the most commonly used combination in the real time. What are the two combination? A record plus alias. Say that. A record plus alias. You will see that in practicals. Okay. Sir, why don't we use CNAME? CNAME is billable, I said. And there is a problem with the CNAME. If you take google.com, google.com, can we say it is a main domain? What is images.google.com called? Subdomain. Very good. So google.com, we call it as main domain, or we also call it as naked domain. What's that? Naked domain. Main domain, naked domain, zone apex record, all these are same names. We call it as main domain. And you have the child domains. Child domains are also called as subdomains. Problem with CNAME is CNAMEs will not support the naked domains. Main domain. If you have boom.com to map to the load balancer, CNAME will not work. Which one will work? Alias will work. But for all the subdomains, CNAME will work. All the subdomains, CNAME will work. For that reason, and that too, CNAME is billable. For that reason, people don't go for CNAME. Instead of that, they will go for which one? Alias. Clear? So whenever you have any interview certification question, which one you want to choose, CNAME or alias? Always go for alias. Clear? Online, is this clear? Super. Okay. Next year, let's do a project on Route 53. The project is like this. I'll give the architecture and then, okay. Tell me one website name. In real time also alias is free. Anytime alias is free. http:// which one? Boom.com. Huh? Okay, let's go for boom.com. If someone hit boom.com, the request will come to where first? Route 53. First word, Route 53. From Route 53, the request will come to hosted zone. Hosted zone to records. Okay, can you tell me one record here? What is that? Boom.com is mapping to where? Mapping to load balancer. DLB, DNS, name. This is a record we create or not? No. Okay, so in order to this to work, first of all, we need to have a setup or not? We need to have a setup. In where? In which region? Mumbai. And then what you have in Mumbai? Load balancer. And then what you have here? EC2. Okay. This is ELB. And then EC2. Your application is inside the EC2. Okay, guys, see. So whenever you type boom.com and then directly this guy will come here or not? The request will come here or not? Whenever someone type boom.com, it come to Route 53. Route 53 is hosted zone. In a hosted zone, we have a record. Route 53, boom.com is pointing to where? ELB. So the request will directly come to here. Yes or no? Yes. But if this goes down, my boom.com will work or not? Answer is no. So if 1 EC2 goes down, yes, because we have what? Auto scaling here. So, but if something goes wrong with this entire Mumbai setup, our boom.com will work. So, and if someone hit boom.com, it says page cannot be displayed or site not reachable. So, do we have any health checks happening on boom.com? Is there any Route 50 is doing the health checks on boom.com here? Answer is no. What it is doing? It is simply routing it here or not? What it is doing? Simply routing. Say that. It is simply routing or not? That's why we call it as simple routing policy. What is that called? As it is simply routing it, do you have any health checks here? No health checks. No health checks. It is just simply routing it. Okay. Now customer said, by any chance, our boom.com should never go down. What do you do? Okay. Tell others. My question is, he said boom.com should never go down. Auto scaling is there already. That is for caching. That cache also will connect to the same load balancer, no? Think. Normally. Huh? Say that louder, huh? Replica. Replicate. Replicate to which another region or not? Yes or no? Correct. So here we need to have a high availability or not? So we have a high availability on the EC2 instance level, but do we have a high availability on the regional level? For that reason, we need to have another setup. We have what? Another setup. So if this setup goes down, automatically Route 53 will send the request to this setup. This is what, can I call it as primary setup? This is my secondary setup. The bad word, no? Secondary setup. What is that? Secondary setup. ARY is important. Okay, so here, this is my primary setup and this is my secondary setup. What is that? Secondary setup. Okay. So, guys, here, if the customer says that my website should never go down, then what you need to do? Whatever the setup that you have done, the same setup you need to do it in the another region. Okay, now, guys, this one is what routing policy? Simple. That is done. Don't forget, but keep it aside. What is that? Simple routing. That is first one is done. Only one. So now how many regions are there? 2 regions. Can you tell me how many records I need to create for this? 2 records. Tell me what are the 2 records? Boom.com is pointing to which one? ELB DNS name. So ELB DNS name, initially whenever you hit boom.com, you should go to Mumbai or this is not Mumbai, this is another region. Ireland, for example. Mumbai. First it go to what? Mumbai. So can I call it as primary record? This is what called? Primary record. Primary record is going to which region? Mumbai. I create a record like this. And then I have to create one more record or not? This is what record? Secondary record. And this should be in Ireland. This is Ireland. Understood? So now what happens is, whenever someone hit boom.com, by default the request will go to where? Which record? Which region? Mumbai region. Just in case if this Mumbai region goes down, Route 53 will be doing the health checks. Route 53 will doing the health checks for whom? Mumbai ELB. If that health checks failed, automatically Route 53 will route the request to which record? Secondary record. In this case, you have any downtime? No. This is how you achieve the high availability on the regional level. So we have learned from EC2 instance level using auto scaling, high availability, load balancer and all. But from the regional level, we can do this. And this is also called DR. What's that? Disaster recovery. Say that. DR setup, what we call. So just in case if something disaster happen and the Mumbai region goes down, then still my website will be working because my website is coming from where? RLAN. DR setup. Okay, see here now. Now this routing policy, we call it as failover routing policy. Say that. And does it has health checks or not? It has the health check. What routing policy is this? Louder. What was the first one? Simple routing. Second one, failover routing policy. Got it? Okay, now this is double the cost or not? The cost is double because you need to have, you have a same replica, right? You have the same replica, cost is double obviously. And customer says that, I don't want to double my cost. I don't want to double my cost. But if my boom.com goes down, don't show something called page cannot be displayed, site cannot be reached. It's very ugly or not? Just imagine you got a Google, Facebook page, Google page or Instagram or Netflix something. If Netflix is down, for example, do you get site page, not reachable, page not found, or do you get something called, hey, we are down, we'll get back to you soon, we are under the maintenance? You get this page, this page or not? We call it as maintenance page. Say that. We say maintenance page. What is that? Maintenance page. Okay, so customers say that I don't want to pay double the money. If something goes wrong, show the maintenance page. I'm fine. Work on it and then get it, set it back again. Don't set up one more region for I double the cost. I cannot pay. So in that case, what we can do is, this is one setup. Another one is, we need to have that small maintenance.html page. What page? HTML page. Only how many page? One page. If boom.com Mumbai goes down, I should show that page. Tell me, where should I set up that page? Which service? Which service? In which service? I want to host it, right? I need to deploy my website, maintenance.html. In which service I go and deploy? S3. Very good. Thank God you didn't say EC2. Because for static website, do you go for EC2? So what we do? S3. So we create one S3 bucket. We create what? S3 bucket. You know how to set up static website hosting, right? So here put our maintenance.html. And what you do? Enable static website hosting. So now, instead of this secondary record, which is pointing to the Ireland, instead of that, or I can write, I can create one more record, boom.com, which is pointing to where? S3 website. So if Mumbai region goes down, automatically the request will go to S3 bucket, so that you get what? Maintenance page. Understood this project? This is called DR setup. What is that? So how many routing policies we have learned here? 2. What are those? Simple routing policy, failover routing policy. Is this clear? Online chat is clear now? There is another routing policy called geolocation routing policy. Say that. Geo meaning somewhere, someplace. Location policy. Example. I'm asking, I'll give one small scenario. You tell me how to do. I have my application in Mumbai region. Which region? And these are all what? Other regions. These are all different regions. Okay. Where is my application running? Application is running here. So this is Ireland. This is Japan. This is Sydney. This is US. This is Canada. This is Mumbai. My application is running in Mumbai. Whoever is in India, they have a low latency or high latency? Low latency. But this Ching Chong from Japan is trying to access your application. Ireland, low latency or high latency? Obviously, high latency. How do you resolve this? CloudFront. Which one? CloudFront. We already done this project before. But my question here is, my application in India is in Hindi. My application language is Hindi. In Japan, Japanese. In Ireland, Irish. In Canada, what? In Canada, Canadish or English? Canadish, new name. Okay, English. In US, Jewish. No. English. Sydney's, don't say Sydneyish. Okay, here also English. So, in Spain, Spanish. Okay. In Korea? Korea, peep, dip. Okay, fine. Let's not go. I'm not English teacher here. Okay, so I have these people here. Can you tell me? I have different languages. In this case, CloudFront will work. In this case, CloudFront will work. Answer is no, because application is different. So in that case, I don't have any other choice that I need to go and set up the application on individual regions. Yes or no? I need to set up in the individual regions. My application name is name 9ambatch.com, for example. My website is 9ambatch.com. So can you tell me in this scenario how many records I need to create in Route 53? How many records? 6 records. How many records I need to create? So 1 record is for Japanese, 1 record is for Mumbai, 1 record for Ireland, Canada, US, and then Sydney. How many records? 6 records I need to create. And all records using same 9ambatch.com. Yes or no? Pointing to which one? Which load balancer? Mumbai ELB. Second one? Second one? Ireland ELB. Like this, I'll be creating for all or not? Ireland here, Sydney here, US here, Canada here, Japanese. Like this. Now, if the Japanese user is trying to access 9am batch, 9ambatch.com, everyone uses the same name or not? Everyone using same website name. So, but Japanese guy, guys, if the Japanese guy is trying to access, can you tell me in Route 53, which record need to respond? Japanese record needs to respond. If Ireland guy is trying to access the same website, who should respond? Ireland. Mumbai? Mumbai. Like this, whoever is in the particular region, whoever is in that particular location, Route 53 will identify his location based on the where he is coming from, and Route 53 will redirect to that particular load balancer, locations load balancer. So if you want to set up like this, we call it as geolocation routing policy. What's that? Say that again. Understood geolocation? So doesn't matter. So if the user is in particular place and if he's trying to access it, our website, and the particular region need to respond. Website name should be same. English, US guy use the same website, and Chinese guy uses the same website, and then Ireland guy same website, but applications are different, responded from the different regions. What routing policy is this? Geolocation routing policy. Similarly, we have something called latency routing policy. Say that. Latency based routing policy. Latency based routing policy meaning, okay, see here, latency based routing policy meaning, you have Ireland, Mumbai, Tokyo, Canada, US, Sydney. Ireland is taking how much time? 1 minute to load our website. 50 seconds Mumbai. 10 seconds Tokyo. Canada 2 minutes. 40 seconds US. Sydney 20 seconds. Now US guy is trying to access a website called this website, something website. Can you tell me who will respond here? Which region will respond? If it is US is responding, in this situation, in this architecture, tell me who will respond? Tokyo. Because in all the regions which is having a low latency, Tokyo. So for that reason, from Tokyo, the response will come. But in general, Tokyo will respond, US will respond. US. But to show you that doesn't matter about the location. If it is you're going based on the latency, then go for then particular region, whichever is having the low latency, that region will respond. And that is what we'll call here latency based routing. So requests get connected based on latency. Doesn't matter about the regions. Got it? What are the routing policies that we have learned till now? Simple routing policy, failover routing policy, geolocation, latency based. All these four are important. Some jujube things are there, like multi-value routing policy. Say that. Multi-value meaning same as simple routing only, but it has the health checks. Does a simple routing policy has health checks? No. And what is the last one here? Weighted routing policy. Weighted meaning, let's say you have EC2 or load balancers like this in different regions. All 30% of the traffic should go to this. 40% of the traffic should go to this. 30% of the traffic to. If you want to share the traffic among the regions, then you go for which routing policy? Weighted routing policy. Guys, is this clear? Understood about this routing policies? Can you list down the routing policies again? Simple routing policy, failover routing policy, geolocation, latency based, multi-value, weighted. Okay, clear? This is all about Route 53. Understood? Online clear? Online clear, guys? Okay. So in order to do the practicals, Route 53 is all about what? Makeup only. While doing the makeup, I have given you different strategies. So for what we do is, we'll do a project here based on this. Should we do this? So for that, what we need to do? Okay, which one you want me to set up? 2 parallel setups or Mumbai, ELB plus S3, ELB plus ELB na? Which one you want? 2 parallel setups or you want this one and this one? First or second? Let's go with the second one. This one, little different. Because anyways you are setting up the same thing you need to do again 2 times. But this is little bit different, right? So we'll go with this project. So what is this project about? What we need to do is, you know already everyone how to set up load balancer and EC2 instances. And get the load balancer nasty URL. And what we develop, we'll develop a small maintenance.html. We'll upload to S3. You know also how to set up static website hosting. You know this also. You know this also how to do. Simply now, what we need to do in Route 53, we need to create the records. How many records we need to create for this scenario? 2 records. One is primary. Second one is secondary. And then it's not boom.com. I have purchased the domain to show you the practicals. It is riazaws-trainer.com. So when someone hit riazaws-trainer.com, it will go to the load balancer. But if I go and stop this load balancer, So the same URL will go to what? S3. Should we do this now? Okay. Online. Should we? Please let me know if you have any questions. And as you are not able to do the practicals, please watch while I'm doing it carefully. If required, open your books and then try to write when we create the no, don't write, take the screenshots. Later you can write. So what we create first? What we do first is a launcher, create a launcher. Launch, don't say create. What is that? Launch. Launch two EC2. We have done already many times. So let's launch two EC2 instances with the user data inside it. Okay. And then we'll set up a load balancer. So if you we'll take that this script. You want bodyguard, you want restaurant. Okay, ठीक है. Let's go and set up two EC2 instances. Go with Red Hat. T2 Micro and 9 AM. Edit this. Okay. It's fine. And I call the name as what? Server 1. And then boom. 1 hour bill. So I cannot edit the user data again because only once. So what I need to do? Terminate. So launch. So 1. Red Hat. T2 Micro. 9 AM. 1A. Select the security group. And then come down and then copy paste the user data. And then boom. Launch. And we need to do one more. Yes or no? Server 2. Copy AM. Launch more like this. Huh? I can do that also. I put it in 1B. Here I go and paste it and then launch. So after that, what we need to do? Target groups. Let's go and set up target group. Target group. Load balance. Create target group. Instances. Target group name is app TG. You can give any name. Here and slash index.html. Next Select this two, include, and create target. And then we create what? Load balance. Application. This is chumma things for you, correct? One A, one B. And then here select app t-shirt. Create load balance. Okay. So we have the nasty URL or not? So yeah, this is the DNS name. So is a nice URL or nasty URL? It's a time to do the makeups. Let's do the makeup. So where should I go? Route 53. So Route 53 is global or regional? Global. And on the left side, what we have? Hosted zones. And I told you that by default, one hosted zone is there already for me. And it is same as my domain name. What is my domain name here? riazawstrainer.com. And go inside it. But if you want to create your own hosted zone, what do you do? Create hosted zone. And hosted zone name should be same as your domain name. And then public hosted zone, private. Select and then create. And then here I have my hosted zone already. Go inside it. Okay. What are the two default records that you have? See, this is NS and then SYA. NS is nothing but the 4 servers or not? These are the 4 servers. So, okay. So what we need to do? We need to create a record or not now? Let's go and create a record. So my load balancer is still provisioning. We need to wait. But meanwhile, let's go and click on create. Okay. This is the one which you need to learn here today. This is my domain name or not? riazawstrainer.com. And either you can just keep only the main domain or you can have your subdomain. So let's go for the first one. Simple routing policy. Which one? Let's go for simple. And I call it as what here? Simple. What is my website name now? Can I call it as 9 a.m. simple? 9 a.m. simple. So what my website name is 9amsimple.riazawstrainer.com. And just now we learned about records. A record, AA record, C name, MX record. MX record are related to emails, right? There are so many are there. So I told you which one is the combination that we use. A record plus alias. So here which one you to select? A record. Now if you select A record, what is the definition of A record? URL to IPv4. So here you selected A, no? So here you need to give the IP address. But do we have IP address or do we have a load balancer? Then you need to select alias. Then you need to select what here? If you don't select alias, you need to give the IP address. If you select alias, then you can choose this. Which one you need to choose here? Alias to application load balancer. In which region we created? Mumbai. And this is my load balancer or not? If you don't select alias, then you need to give the IP address of the EC2 instance. And routing policy. These are the routing policies we have learned or not? And then which one we'll go for first one? Simple. And does the simple routing policy has any health checks? No. So I don't have any option to select the health checks. But evaluate target health check. AWS is doing the health checks, but we cannot do the health checks. We can create the health checks here, and there is no option to select the health checks here. Should we go and create it? Before that, our website is working or not? It's working. Okay. So should I go and click on create? Before click on create, take the screenshot of it. Because you are not doing practicals, no? Take the screenshot, and in your book, please write down how to create a simple routing policy record. Record name, this. Record type, A. Alias, yes. Route to this. You need to write all those things in your book. Okay. So click on create record. Okay, na? Click on create record. So my record is getting created now. Do you see here view status? If we click on view status, and this record needs to be updated across the world. For that reason, it will take a few seconds time, and this will become in sync. What it says? In sync. Once it is sync, now I can access my website. I'll give to online also to access the website. Let's see. Pending. In sync now. So my website is working or not? So let's go and check. What is our website name? 9 a.m. batch dot trainer.com. Enter. This is my nice name or not? Huh? Acha, 9 a.m. simple. Huh? Okay, sir. 9 a.m. simple dot, right? It's not HTTPS, it's HTTP. Okay. So our website is ready or not? So guys online, please open this. Is working for you? Nowadays dry season is running, right? So let's not see these pictures. Understood? Is working with your nice URL or not? It's working. That is called what? Simple routing policy. Which one? Simple routing. Simple routing policy is clear, everyone? So now just in case if my this load balancer EC2 instance setup is down, that website will work? No. So now I'm deleting simple routing policy. Let's go to the second one. Click on here, delete record. That is simple routing policy. Now let's go to which one? Failover. So failover routing policy meaning here, already this setup is there for me now. What setup is this? This is primary. Which setup is? My primary is readily available here now all the time now. Yeah. What I need to set up now? Secondary setup. What? Where is my secondary setup? Which service? S3. You can create in Mumbai also. You can create in other region also. So for that, what we need to have? We need to have maintenance page or not? So let's create one small maintenance page. For example, how to set up maintenance page? Open a text pad. Call it as. Oops. We are down. We will get back soon. Okay. Hold on tight. That's how US people will put. Right? So our India will put different. Okay, fine. So guys, I'm just putting a nice, but you can have a nice diagram, nice colors and nice lady having the microphone, right? So you saw, right? Many times whenever something goes wrong, just imagine. Okay. So what you need to do, just click on save as. What's that? Save as. And then simply you will select all files. And then what you need to do? Maintenance.html. The HTML file is ready now. This one. Now let's go and create what? Yeah. It's not mandatory, Abhiram. So let's go and click on, when I say US, Abhiram will respond first. Yeah. Let's go and create an S3 bucket. Public or private? Public bucket. So guys, here, the name I'll give here is, I'll give one small hint, tip to you. In real time, you might be having hundreds of buckets. Hundreds of, and how do you identify your website bucket? So instead of that, you can give a nice website name here itself. Okay, what will be the website name? First of all, is 9 a.m. simple, right? What is the second one? 9 a.m. failover. 9 a.m. failover dot Riaz AWS trainer. Can you give like this? You can create a bucket like this so that it's easy for you to identify. ACLs enable uncheck, and then create. So what I need to upload now here? Maintenance.html. Okay. So you need to take the name carefully, maintenance.html. So what we need to do now? First, make public, and then properties, come down, editor, enabler. Here what I need to put? Maintenance.html. Click on save changes. Okay. Now my secondary setup is also ready here now. Now what we need to do? Go to Route 53 and create records. How many records I need to create? I deleted. How many records? 2 records. One is primary, second one is, let's go. Click on create record. What's the name? 9 a.m. fail over. Record type A, alias. So I'm creating which record now? Primary record. Which record? Aliases. What is my primary here? Load balancer. Here, Mumbai. This is my load balancer. Here, what I need to select? Exactly. What I need to select here? Failover. And this record is what type of record? This one. This one. Load balancer is primary or secondary? Load balancer is primary. Right? And load balancer support the health checks or not? But I didn't create any health checks. We will take AWS provided health checks. And here, call it as, give any name is fine. Mumbai primary. Okay. Take the screenshot of this. Okay, now. So I need to create one more record. What is which record? Secondary record. So how? Guys, you can click on create record or also here add another record. Tell me, you tell me. Name should be same or different? 9 a.m. failover. Alias. Yes, sir. Here. Which one I need to select? S3. Very good. Which region we created? Oh my, it can create in different region also. And do you see here? 9 a.m. failover. Here, which one? Failover. Here, which one I need to select? Very good. Secondary. And then call it as S3 secondary. Take the screenshot of this also. Should we go and create it now? Click on create records. So view status. Okay. And then pending. Let's wait. Okay, now in sync. Should we use it? Let's go and type. Which one? 9 a.m. failover dot AWS trainer.com. So I should get it. What should I get first? Restaurant page. There we go. It's working. Online. It's working. Now what I do? Yeah, exactly. Let's go and stop the EC2 instances. You can stop or terminate whichever you want to do. So I'm just replicating that everything is gone. I terminate it. These are shutting down. And then what I do, I go and delete. So basically, I'm just simulating that everything is gone. It's gone. Everything is gone. Still terminating, huh? So terminated. Okay. So my load balancer is also gone, and target groups also I can go in, gone. So my entire setup is dhamal. Some disaster happened. All are gone. So now, if you have already the first one, like another parallel setup in another region, your website will still work with the same thing. No issues because we have set up the DR. But here today, what we have set up S3, like a maintenance page or not. So if I go and refresh this, what should I get? S3 maintenance page should come or not? Let's do. Refresh. I get here. Oops, we are down. So website URL is not changed. And if you just click on it, automatically it will go to the maintenance. So this is how you do it in the real time. So just in case if your main website is down, so you should have the backup website, replica website, or else you can have a maintenance page like this. This is how you do it in real time. Online clear, failover. Fantastic. Okay, so what is the next one? Geolocation. Geolocation, you can try it out. Anyone from US? Okay, Abhiram is there. Abhiram, where are you from? In US, which state? Naveen, where you guys, US guys? California. So guys, in that case, what I do is, or else, let's go and delete things. Okay, my plan is like this. See, I launch one EC2 instance in where? Mumbai. Where? And I call it as, I have a website. This is from, or else I have restaurant. Restaurant website is there. I launched one more EC2 instance in California because this guy is in California. And here I have what website? That bodyguard website. Okay. And I'll give the name. What is that? 9 a.m. Geo. Is that Geo? Geo. Geo dot Riaz AWS trainer.com. Okay. This is the website name. I'm sitting here. And Abhiram is sitting here. I try to access the same this URL. And he tried to access. Same URL. Can you tell me? Now, if I try to access, who will respond? For me, Mumbai will respond. For him, same website, but regions are different or not? If you want this, what is you need to set up? Geolocation, routing, policy you need to set up. Should I set this up quickly? But the thing is here, guys, the Abhiram it will take time for him to access it. immediately he cannot access it. It will take 10 minutes minimum, 5 minutes more minimum to get access. But if it is working for me, obviously it will work for him also or not. So now let's go and quickly launch EC2 instance where in Mumbai region first. Guys, I'm not setting up load balancer. I'm setting up now only one EC2 instance. I already set up load balancer stuff. But here I'll go with the A record with IP address now. So I call it as Mumbai server, Red Hat. My name badge, edit it, 1A. Okay. So in user data, I'll put what? Which one? Restaurant. So I'll get restaurant and I'll go to which region now? Let's go to California. So here also I'll go and launch EC2 instance for him. Geolocation meaning in his region, I need to set up the application. Kali server, Red Hat. E2 micro. Something is there. I'm not logging in, but I'll be. So I'll go with one. How many available zones are here? Only two. I'll go with 1B. Default security group. In advance. Here for him, which one I'll put? Bodyguard. And then launch. And everyone, so this guy wants to access, right? So in that case, in security group, I need to enable HTTP for everyone or not? Otherwise, he cannot access it. HTTP is there. Okay. Okay. So let's wait if these two machines are up and running. So first we need to make sure that those two are, application is working or not with the IP address. Let's say application not yet still working. So now what I need to do? I need to create how many records? 2 records. And which routing policy? Geolocation routing policy. So let's wait. These two machines are still initializing. Any questions meanwhile? What's wrong? It's taking, come on, why you are taking this much time? Kali guy, bodyguard, Ajao. Both are working now. So now let's go to, and let me delete my existing stuff. And how many records I need to create for this? 2 records. Name, 9 a.m. Geo. And alias I need to select, no. So I need to put the IP address. So let's go with the Mumbai IP address first. Okay. And then TTL meaning time to live. So this IP address in your browser will live for 60. Go with the 60 seconds. And here, which one I need to select? Geolocation. Which location IP address is this? Mumbai. Mumbai will not be there. Just say India. And I call it as Mumbai Geo. Select, take the screenshot. This is geolocation. Okay. We need to create one more or not? So how to create? Click on add another record. Name should be same. Name is 9 a.m. Geo. And here I need to put which IP address? California. Go 1 minute. And then here I go for geolocation. And which location is this? California. And Cali Geo. Take this also. Okay. And simply what we do, click on create records. So if I create a records, view status, after in sync, if I try to access 9 a.m. Geo, what should I get? Restaurant. And if Abhiram try to access, he will get, this is called geolocation routing policy. What is that? If it is a latency based, similarly, when launch one EC2 instance in, let's say Ireland, launch another EC2 instance in Tokyo. You are sitting here. Now, if I try to access, from where do I get? Tokyo or Ireland? Whichever is near latency. Okay, tell me that 9 a.m. Geo dot yes, AWS trainer dot. Which one I should get? If I get restaurant, obviously he will get bodyguard. Let's see. Yes or no? Abhiram, for sure, for him it will take time, but access it, no? For what you get? For India, everyone you should get what? Restaurant only. Guys, clear? Super. Any questions? Understood how to do the makeups and how to do the routing policies and all? Very, very, very important. As you don't have the domains, Abhiram is saying, see, he's able to see bodyguard already. Yes or no? Do you see the live examples? Understood, Nana? Very good, guys. So there will not be any practicals on this for you, but if you have purchased a domain, .click in Route 53, can't you spend 250 rupees? Spend it, no? So go and purchase the .click, no need of .com. Just select .click, which is only $3. So try to purchase it in Route 53 and then do these practicals. Set up and then come here and then you already took the screenshots, no? Just do this. If you do this, you will get more confident in Route 53 also. Okay? Super. Nana. Any questions? Yes. Anu, are you in Ireland now? Really? Ah, nice. Okay. Nice place, no? Ireland. Too good, actually. Yes, you don't see anything from Ireland. Why? Geolocation, right? You don't have application there. Yeah. So I'm terminating things. Say hi to our data center, Anu. But it's really great. Why you went that such a long Ireland? It's a very small thing, right? Huh? Masters, I see. Acha. Okay. Okay, good. Nana. So you can take the screenshots later because I'll upload it, all these things in your Google Classroom. Okay, can you give the final CC for today? And guys, purchase the domain .click, no problem, 250 rupees, and then try to do these practicals. Okay, if not, you just enjoy. But I recommend you to do the practicals. Okay. So Monday, do not dare to miss the class. Do not even dare to miss the class because Monday will be starting what? VPC. If you missed, again I'm saying everyone, if you miss Monday's class, next 2 days class on VPC is like Chinese movie for you. And DevOps Terraform also will be Chinese movie for you. You don't even understand anything because all the logics, core things will be discussed in the Monday's class. So it's up to you. So do not miss the class. That's what I say. So, correct. So that is all, guys, for today. Let's connect on Monday with the powerful surveys. And then take care, guys. See you on Monday. Bye-bye.